All new tonight, a second shooting involving federal agents has taken place in as many days.
Today's shooting took place in Portland and left a man and a woman injured, according to officials. The agents involved are part of the U.S. Border Patrol's Operation Oregon. Officials say it was a traffic stop targeting alleged Tren de Aragua members. Agents shot at the car after it attempted to flee and allegedly struck an agent. The injury status of those shot is not yet clear. Portland's DA says they will make sure a thorough and complete investigation is conducted.
Meanwhile, the fallout from Wednesday's deadly shooting of a Minneapolis mother is sending shockwaves throughout the United States.
Demonstrations have popped up in cities across America, and Minnesota leaders are demanding accountability from the Trump administration. Protests continued in Minneapolis on the street where an ICE agent, Jonathan Ross, shot and killed 37-year-old Renee Good while trying to flee the area. More protests appeared in other cities too, including Colorado Springs, where Good was originally from. The protests are demanding murder charges for Ross and the scaling back of ICE in cities nationwide. Minnesota leaders are urging for a full and transparent investigation into the shooting as the FBI blocks access to key pieces of evidence. The Trump administration continues to call Good a domestic terrorist, asserting Ross was shot in self-defense.
Well, tonight, a protest in Waco is bringing attention to national concerns over immigration enforcement.
Community members say what happened in Minnesota could happen here, and they're speaking out.
No ICE in our state!
No fear, no hate.
Dozens gathered Thursday night in downtown Waco, holding signs and chanting messages against immigration and customs enforcement. The protest was organized in response to the deadly shooting in Minneapolis, where a federal officer shot and killed a U.S. citizen, as well as increased federal immigration activity across the country, including in Portland. But demonstrators say their concern is not just about what's happening hundreds of miles away, it's also about what's happening here at home.
Just because we're over here in Waco doesn't mean that we can't show our support, but also we have to understand that just because it is over in Minneapolis doesn't mean it can't happen here. And so we have to not only be aware of that, but also be prepared to be unified against that, so that way we don't have any of our community members suffering the same way they are in Minneapolis.
Protester Alan Northcutt says an agreement between the McLennan County Sheriff's Office and ICE allowing the sheriff's deputies to assist in ICE operations is a move he and other protesters strongly oppose.
As far as the task force model being approved, we were there at the courthouse a couple days ago when that happened, and we opposed. Our message was no task force model. Unfortunately, it looks like it was. It's approved by the sheriff's department and then by the county commissioners, and I think it's a big mistake.
Those in attendance say the protest is also a call to action for those who couldn't attend.
Do not be discouraged in regards to feeling like there's nothing you can do. There's people, regular people, everyday people trying to make a difference, and you can be a part of that too.
It's important for everybody, folks that can't be out here to contact their representatives, say we object.
Local officials have not commented on today's protest, but the sheriff's office has previously said the agreement with ICE is intended to enhance public safety. We'll continue to follow both the local response and the national investigation into the Minneapolis and Portland shootings.